Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Life Multiplied podcast. Today, I would like to introduce a very special guest, Kelsey.
Hi, my name is Kelsey Wenger, and I am with Elevated Events, a new rental company here in Bloomington-Normal.
Okay, so yeah, let's get into that. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. Um, so I grew up in Bloomington. I was raised by a single dad who works at Mitsubishi for over 20 years. I was a proud Bent School superstar. I went to Bloomington Junior High and Calvary Baptist Academy. Um, I did 2 years at Heartland, and then I left and went to Birmingham, Alabama for a couple years where I finished my degree in social work. I worked down there at a homeless shelter for a few years and returned back to Bloomington in 2013, where I got a job at the Salvation Army, where I still currently work, working with veterans. I am still with that company today and just started Elevated Events last year.
Okay, yeah, awesome. So you are a townie, so technically, I guess you were born and raised here, and then you left. I feel like I hear a lot of times that if you are born and raised here, there's always like a little bit of a time period where like you're going off and venturing elsewhere, but you always come back.
Yeah, yeah, I've definitely always heard that, and I did not think I would be one of those people. And I'm not really sure what motivated me to move back to Bloomington. When I think about it, I mean, it's been over 12 years now, and I really can't place what it was. It just felt right to move home.
Yeah,
I knew I didn't want to live in Birmingham my whole life at that point, and so I figured I'd go home and kind of recuperate and figure out what I wanted to do. And I'm still here. So I don't know if I'll stay here forever, but I'm definitely very content where I am now and happy to
sure.
be here.
Awesome. So let's get into your business. You just started it last year.
Mhm.
And just for our listeners, I met Kelsey at the Distill Bridal Expo event. So this is how we have gotten to this point. But
Mhm.
if you would like to just go ahead and share a little bit about your business.
Yeah, so Elevate Events is a event rental company. Right now, our primary focus is backdrops. So I have beautiful flower walls that are very unique to the area. And then we've recently added a photo booth as kind of like the natural progression into that to kind of add on um, to the flower walls that we have. The walls are stunning and unique. I got so excited about them. I actually found them on TikTok.
Oh,
Uh, I'm a very avid TikToker.
same.
And did some research and saw that there was really nothing like it in the community. We do have some greenery walls in the area, but I thought they were just so unique and beautiful and wanted to provide a different experience for people having events here. Um, our photo booth option is actually very affordable as well, which I really wanted to provide. I know with weddings and events, they can get very costly. And so having all of this fun stuff at your event can be really hard to do. So after doing some research on kind of how other photo booth works, it seemed like most of them utilized an iPad as their primary source for taking the photos. And so I bought an iPad, a Pro, and got a really great ring light where it can fit inside of it. And you can download the software that other companies are using. And I can provide just a really affordable package that other companies can't right now. And I think that's really unique. And a lot of the feedback I've been getting from brides at these wedding expos is that they're just so grateful that they have the opportunity to buy something or use something a little bit more affordable. So we would love to expand. I want to provide other rental opportunities as well, but I just haven't found anything else truly unique that I'm really excited about and that we don't already have in this community because I really don't want to duplicate things other people have.
Sure. So when it comes to flower wall, how much is that? And then how many different options do you have?
Yeah, so we have two flower walls right now. One is a greenery tropical kind of vibe. It's they call them 5-dimensional on the website that I purchased them from, and so um, they have a lot of depth to them and a lot of um, a lot of extra leaves and things like that, which kind of provides that unique opportunity. So this greenery wall has multiple tropical leaves coming out of it and gives really great dimension.
Okay.
Our other wall is the Beverly Hills wall. Oh, the Miami wall is the name of the tropical wall. And then we have our Beverly Hills wall, which is a greenery wall with white roses and different white flowers kind of thrown all around it. It's really good for those bridal moments and things like that. The walls are 8 foot by 8 foot, so they're a huge dramatic focal point that's really fun and can be used for other things beside a photo booth, really. Like an entrance to an event is just a really great focal point with like a great welcome sign. You can use them as a backdrop for speaking events or fashion shows, things like that. And like a backdrop for like a head table at a wedding. So
Yeah.
there's like a lot of different ways they can be used.
Yeah. And then the photo booth, I mean, when I saw her and met her at this bridal expo, and she told me, I know the price differs a little bit, but like here I am thinking like, oh my gosh, I would love to have a photo booth at my wedding, but they are so unaffordable. So when I had talked to her, it was very affordable. And it really does just add something to your event, giving your guests the opportunity to take photos, keep them entertained a little bit. So um, I think that that's a great thing to have as a part of your business, just because it is affordable. And
Mhm.
I don't know, I guess I don't really know the market on photo booths in the area, but clearly you do. And I thought this is great and affordable and definitely easy to transfer for you and to come set up. So, and
Yeah.
you text the photos to yourself, correct?
Yes. And
Yeah.
so like it's like a tap to start screen, and then it will count down from anywhere up to 10 seconds. 5 is kind of the sweet spot. And
Mhm.
then it will take your photo. You have an option to add filters to the photo. You can also do like kind of Snapchat type filters as well. Most people don't utilize that, but that is an option. You can do videos, boomerangs. There's a bunch of different options that you can do, which are so fun. And
Yeah.
then the next day after the event, the bride or the host of the event will get all of the pictures taken at the event. But as you're kind of doing it, you can text the picture to yourself. There's an airdrop option or a QR code that will pop up and it will text you the picture. It does go to a link on a website, but then as soon as you're at that website, you just download it to your phone and that's all you have to do. There's no signing in or anything like that. So it's very easy to use.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
So let's kind of just talk about how you kind of touch base on why you kind of wanted to start this business, just because you thought there was a market, correct?
Hmm.
Market for it. Okay.
I mean, it kind of it goes back a little bit for me. I'm a social worker, and so this probably seems like kind of an odd transition for someone, but I was kind of at a place in my life where I just felt like I was kind of at a standstill, that I had kind of accomplished all the goals that I had set for myself as a young person. You know, you get your degree, you get a job, you buy a house, you kind of follow the typical rules. And then once I kind of got there, I was like, well, what do I do now? And so I've always wanted like a creative outlet. I have always been a creative person, but I didn't really know how to do it, honestly, because I didn't really grow up in a creative household or anything like that. So, um, I love hosting events. I've hosted many a baby shower, bridal shower, all of that for all of my friends. Um, and a pretty epic ugly sweater Christmas party for about 7 years. So doing the most at a party has always very much been a part of who I am. And so when I found this, it just kind of clicked for me. I don't know. It was very kind of, it seems really random, even to me sometimes, but it really is in line with like the design element and creativity that I've kind of always had. I just didn't really know how to pursue it.
Sure. Sure. So, do you want to talk about how your business is involved in the community? Obviously, I met you at a local event, but are there other ways that you get involved or other places that you go to promote your business?
Yeah. So we have only been around since about August of last year, but I have found some good opportunities. We were a part of Brugula in Paradise last fall. I donated the wall at that event. And so they gave us some advertising, and it just provided such a fun event. It was Brugula in Paradise. And when I saw it online, I was like, this tropical wall is going to look so cool there. And so I reached out, and that was a super fun event. And then I also partnered with Green Top. I live in Founders Grove and obsessed with my neighborhood. And so I go to Green Top a lot. And they were doing a fundraiser. And so I reached out and donated the wall as a part of their silent auction. But we are always looking for ways to partner with the community. So if anybody sees this and has any opportunities, please reach out.
Sure, yeah. So again, you just started this business. Do you want to just give me a day in the life? I know this isn't your full-time job, but like when it comes to like reaching out or creating the content or the booking, can you kind of give us the process on that?
Yeah. So kind of jumping off from the beginning, I don't think I really understood how much was involved with what I was putting myself into, but it's actually proven to be really exciting for me. The creation of business cards and flyers for wedding expos and creating a website has kind of blown my mind in ways. And the idea of like branding and like being cohesive and giving a really good aesthetic and things like that has been so much fun, very difficult, but fun. And I've kind of changed my mind on a few of the design elements from the beginning to the end to where I am now. And I have a feeling that will continue to evolve and hopefully get better. But I've really just been trying to get my name out there. So I was a part of the Elegant Wedding Expo last fall and again this January, along with the Distill Expo. I've just trying to promote my social media. Doing things like this is not really my forte, and like being out and putting myself on the camera is new for me, but I do think it's really fun. And I think there's some potential to really grow that in the next couple of months as well. After those last two wedding expos I did, I've gotten a lot of calls from brides and emails. And so just kind of hashing out with them the details of what walls they're looking for. We also have some great neon sign options that are free with the rental of the wall. One says let's party and the other one says you and me. And so just kind of any ways that they want to design the walls. The walls are very you can kind of add to them whatever you want. Balloon arches, you can add in other flowers to the wall to kind of tie into your event. If you have roses, we could throw those in there. And so really just seeing what would look best and work best for the bride. We do a contract once we have kind of decided to move forward, so that way we can get everything solidified. And then about a month before the event, I will call the bride or host of the party and kind of nail down those day of decisions. That way, when we're there to set up, we already know what's going on. We don't have to bother the bride. We can just go in, set up. Like you said, it's so easy. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes to get the wall up and ready to go. I like to give myself a good hour in case something goes wrong. I've had fishing wire break on me and things like that for the neon signs. So you never know what could happen. But that's the best part about these. They're easy to transfer, set up. I provide all the setup and the tear down. And yeah, I just really like communicating with these brides and hearing their feedback and their ideas of how they can design these walls. It helps kind of give ideas for other people as well, which is fun.
So do you say that maybe like since you are still new, have you seen more of it utilized for events, or do you think it's more going to be like a wedding situation, or I guess maybe a mix of both?
Yeah, so as of right now, it's been mostly events. I think that getting into the bridal community has taken some time for me, but it also that Distill event was amazing.
It
I
was.
was so shocked at the response that I got there and all of the feedback afterward of people being so excited. And so I'm now starting to see a lot of those brides come in. I do think it will primarily be utilized for weddings, but you know, I think we're really missing out on an opportunity if you don't use it for those other things, like a
Oh, yeah.
baby shower. I think that Beverly Hills wall with the white flowers in it could just be
Oh,
so gorgeous. And summer's around the corner. So that tropical wall, if you're having a pool party or, a birthday party for a kid that's dinosaur themed or something, you know what I mean? Like there's just so many other opportunities to really make your event pop and super unique. So I'm hoping that it will be a good mix of both.
yeah, yeah. So how far are you willing to travel?
So, I don't know. I haven't had anything that's been too far yet. I do think that I'm willing to talk to anyone about what those details could look like. Um, I am primarily looking at, Peoria, Champaign, Decatur, kind of like your central Illinois
Yeah,
towns. However, if you want it, I'm sure we could work out something, especially in places where I can drop off the wall and pick up the next day. That really makes it a little bit easier,
yeah,
especially if I am traveling a long distance. However, like I said, if you have questions, give me a call. I'm sure we can work something out. They're easy to transport. So there's some mileage costs that come with that, but it's nothing too
yeah.
crazy. And we're
Okay,
willing to work it out.
perfect. Awesome.
Mhm.
So you're from Bloomington. What do you love about the community?
Let's see. So it's obviously comfortable and very homey for me because I've been there my whole life. Having close contact to my friends and family is obviously important. I mentioned Founders Grove. I'm so obsessed with my neighborhood. I just think it's so beautiful and unique, the big trees and old unique homes. Um, I think our location is really fun too, just being so close to Chicago and St. Louis and Indianapolis. We just have so many opportunities. But I do love that it's always growing, it seems like. And we have really great job opportunities that are popping up with big businesses. I've always been really excited about Rivian. As I mentioned, my dad worked at Mitsubishi, and that was just so sad when Mitsubishi left. I just knew so many of those guys and they worked so hard for that company. And so I'm just really glad that something has come in to provide those jobs back in our community. And something like Rivian that's so unique and forward, I think is just a really cool opportunity. So we're
Yeah,
always growing, which is great.
sure. Yeah, of course. So where are your go-to places in town? What do you like to do for fun?
Oh boy. So uh me and my boyfriend love to go out to eat and we love breakfast. And
Okay,
so Fort Jesse and Parkview Inn are two of our favorite go-tos, and also Crawford's Corner Pub. We love it there.
breakfast?
Yes. They have
Okay,
great
didn't know
breakfast.
they had breakfast there.
Yes,
Good to
it's
know.
very good. Their regular food is great too. They always have like a good burger deal and stuff like that, but their breakfast is really great. Pop-up chicken, Nom Nom, Flame at Bloom. We actually had breakfast there recently and it was phenomenal. We haven't been able to go back for like lunch or anything yet, but it
Yeah.
was so good. Um, Lab Coffee. I'm obsessed. I have a full-on addiction there. Get the banana bread latte. I'm telling you, it's the greatest thing.
I
I
just had it the
made
other
my own version at home in the mornings just because I was going so often. I was like, I can't afford this
day.
life. So, and then outside of the food, so Hermana Studio, I think you had them on your podcast as well.
You do go there?
I do. So Amber, yeah, you do too?
After I did the podcast with them, I'm like, I'm interested. And now I've been going for like a year.
Yes. So Amber worked at Ulta before, and that's where I met her. She was doing my eyebrows. And so then she had gone somewhere else and then opened her own place, and I love it. The vibes in there are so
So,
beautiful,
so good.
and a good facial and eyebrow wax. There's truly nothing better. So
It's so funny because she used to do my eyebrows at Ulta, and then
really,
where did Amber go? No. And now I'm going back to her again. I'm like, okay, full circle. We're back.
Right. She does a great job.
Yes.
And then I recently got a tattoo at Exquisite Body Arts with Corey Nelson, and he did a phenomenal job. And their piercer was there too. I think her name was Jamie. I feel so terrible. I don't remember her name, but I was just watching her. She had this little girl in there and just kept the little girl so calm. And then it was just vibes in there. They're big Swifties. If you're not a Swiftie, they probably won't play it. So everybody calm down. But they knew that I liked it. And it was a really great experience.
Oh, that's fun. That's
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, so clearly you love so many things about this community.
Yes.
So where can our listeners, our followers find you? Obviously, you have social media and a website. Do you prefer for them to reach out to you on the website, or would you mind an Instagram DM or a TikTok DM?
Yeah, you can DM me on social media. It's Elevated Events 309 on Facebook and Instagram. I do not have an original TikTok yet for Elevated Events. It's just my personal account right now, but you can reach out to me there. Our email address, elevatedevents309 at Outlook. And we have a website that I just developed a couple months ago that has all of our pricing and photos. There's a great portfolio on there to kind of show the walls and everything, and that's elevatedevents309.com. So Elevated Events 309, and we got a Google page. You'll find us in an email, a text. My phone number's on there. Whatever you're comfortable with, we're available.
Okay. Awesome. So is there anything else you would like to add?
I don't think so. I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you coming on and sharing about your new business. And I hope that this gives a little bit more brings a little bit more attention to your business. And if you ever need anything, feel free to reach out.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.